I'm here at Kelley's Machine Shop in Phoenix, Arizona. And Kelley, the Kelley employee is going to give me a tour. What's your name, bro?
My name's Troy Kelley. We've been here for 47 years in the same location. This area, giving a quick tour of the place. This is our teardown area. We unload here in long blocks. They go through our cleaning systems. We have baking ovens, wheelabrators, and shakers.
And what do these machines do? Do they a certain process of cleaning the block, the motor, what do they do? What's their purpose?
What they do basically, the baking oven, it bakes all the oil and grease and everything into like a dust or a powder, dries it out. The wheelabrator has stainless steel shot that runs, lifts it up with two paddles. And then what it does is it rips it, a greasy motor that comes in like that, it basically rips them down to bare metal.
Wow.
Yep, inside out, water jackets, everything. So we can bring it in and start the machine shop process, and I'll show you that.
Then you have your professionals working over here on the Precision Machine Shop.
Yes, sir. Okay, so this is a Sonnen digital engine balancer. We balance almost every engine that comes through the shop, especially performance stuff. We do a lot of strokers.
And what's the purpose for balancing the engine?
Balancing basically, especially if you're doing strokers and you're replacing pistons and rods, you want just like a tire. If you balance a tire, have you ever seen, have a tire out of balance, how it'll shake and vibrate? Same thing with an engine.
So let me ask you, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt, but let me ask you a question that popped in my mind right now. I brought my heads here to have them serviced. You were giving me some tips on what I needed to do in order to prevent the problem from expanding into my new heads.
Yes, sir.
Now, would it be a good advice when you're having your heads done to also have your block done so that everything is done correctly?
What I always tell customers is if you have miles on the car and you're doing just the top end, now you are sealing all the intake and exhaust valve, new head gasket. What that does is it puts a lot of pressure on the bottom end. It's a real good idea if you're going to do it and you have some miles on it, do them both at the same time. Otherwise, you'll be back, doing it again and paying for gaskets again and all that. So yeah, I
got you. So that everything is pretty balanced out. You get everything done at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
so then
sir.
what do we have next?
This right here is a CBN. It's a CNC boring bar and also a CBN mill. So we can actually deck blocks, and then we can also bore blocks on this one machine.
You're looking at some costly equipment here. Yeah. Very costly equipment.
Yeah, this is a Robber boring bar. This is kind of our workhorse.
That is
majority of our
beautiful.
V8s. Yeah, that's one that's already been cleaned. Pontiac motor. Once we bore the blocks, we bore the block. We'll leave about 4 thousandths to hone. So the hole will be 4 thousandths of an inch smaller than what the piston will might. Then we come in. This is a Sonnen 616. It's an automated cylinder hone. This one has been decked on that CBN. So this is the final deck, and then now I'm getting ready to take this one 20 thousandths over. So what we do is when we're done boring the block, we bring it in here and we do a 4-stone process. So these are my roughing stones, then our mids, and then our fines. And then what I do is we go in and do a finished brush. These are they're a diamond embedded silicone brush that we go in and we do our last strokes with. It takes all the highs and lows off the crosshatch in the cylinder. Helps the ring seat. Depending on what rings you're going to run, it depends on what finish we give it.
Yeah, so I would think you would get a higher performance pressure as well, right?
Yeah. The ring seat, you have more compression, less blow by. Just a better deal. Then, working our way down, we have line hones. If you're doing ARP main studs, if you spun a main bearing, we can go back in and we can line hone the main journals. Ted down there at the end is resizing some connecting rods. Every motor that comes through here, we resize all rods. Performance stuff, get all ARP bolts. Just to do it once, do it right.
Right. Now let me ask you a question. I have a 1989 Saline. It's got 47,000 miles. I took the heads off, but now that I've been here listening to you, it's starting to sound like a good idea for me to bring the block to you. If I brought you the block, you could do a short block as well to it.
Yeah, yes, sir. And actually, with yours, I would definitely recommend it because when we took a look at it, you have some major buildup from it just sitting. You know, all the coolant is hardened up. You know, I had to take a knife and chisel it out of the actual cylinder
I sprayed
head,
it out, and I got some chunks out. And I'm assuming there's quite a few that are lodged in there that I wasn't able to pull.
It would
But that's
definitely be a good idea.
Yes,
you know, it'd be a good idea to do it now.
How long have you been doing this, sir?
Well, we've been here 47 years.
But I bet you've been here since a child,
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah.
10 years old, 8 years
through
old?
high school, you know, grade school in the summers and high school, and this is how I put myself
That
through college and
is
working
wonderful.
down here.
I love listening to stories like
yeah.
yours.
Yeah, me and my
That's the
my
American
brother.
dream
That's
right
it,
there.
baby. Yeah, Dad started it, and me and my brother still keep her going. Yeah,
That
same
is
location.
awesome.
So,
Let's walk out to the front, and then you shared a lot of information to me. You shared a lot of equipment here. What is
For
this?
sure.
thing?
This is all of our cylinder head sides. So this is another CBN mill where we actually deck all of our cylinder heads. This is a guide and seat machine. We run Sun products. So we actually have two of these. There's one here, one right here. So we run two full-time cylinder head guys. Derek has worked for me for 20 years this year.
I can see that these gentlemen are professionals and experts at what they do by the way they handle their equipment and how they give so much love toward the items that they're working on, the parts.
This is a Dodge, a Hemi motor. You know, this is getting ready, cylinder head getting ready to put back together. But that's about it.
Oh, this was a wonderful tour. Hey, you guys are located where? That way, if someone sees it here in Phoenix, where are you located?
We're at 1706 West Hatcher Road, and that's Phoenix, 85021. Basically, Hatcher's between Peoria and Dunlap, and we're just east of 19th Avenue.
Now, if you were, what are your hours? 8
Monday
to
through
5?
Friday from 8 to 5.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Troy, thank you for the tour. It was an honor for me to go
Oh,
back
you
there and
bet.
see what 40 years of accomplishment has done in your family. You should be proud of
I
what
look forward to being a part of your project.
Thank you, sir.
I'll
Yeah, and you will.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Troy.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Guys, come and visit Troy. It is a family-owned business. This is the heart of America. This is not J.P. Morgan. This is the real world.